Whether you get dry ice from the store or make it at home with a fire extinguisher, here are 5 things you could do with dry ice, but probably shouldn't. For this first experiment, I'm using this bottle of Fuel Line Antifreeze because it's 99% isopropyl alcohol. Like other alcohols, this stuff has to get tremendously cold before it'll freeze. So if we mix in some chunks of dry ice, you can see the ice boils violently until the temperature cools down around minus 109 Fahrenheit. Now we've got a makeshift cryogenic napalm, so let's see what happens if we drop in a gummy worm. This sub-zero slurry is so cold that it flash freezes the worm completely solid in under 20 seconds. In fact, it's so hard now that if we try hitting it with a hammer, the whole thing shatters like it was made of glass. The sudden transformation really is incredible, and you might just have to break one to believe it. Did you know you can use dry ice to make a popsicle? Start by making a groove or an indentation in a slab of dry ice about ½ an inch deep. Now try balancing a popsicle stick in the center of the groove, then fill it up with your favorite drink. You'll see that the instant it touches the dry ice, it'll fog over with a misty white vapor. Now because dry ice is only freezing the liquid on the bottom side, it's going to take a few minutes for the cold to penetrate all the way through. So just sit back and enjoy the magic happening right before your eyes. In a little over 10 minutes, you should be able to give your popsicle a little wiggle and pull it out of the mold. But don't lick it yet. This popsicle is about 5 times colder than normal and will stick to your tongue. So dip it in a glass of water to warm it up a bit first, then sit back and enjoy your delicious homemade dry icicle. Now check this out. We know that dry ice is a solid that sublimates straight into a gas, but what if we could turn it into a liquid? If dry ice can be liquefied, does it become dry water? Liquid CO2 can actually exist in our atmosphere, but if we're really careful, there is a way we can see it in its liquid state. If we fill a special preform with a few pieces of dry ice and seal it inside, it'll immediately begin pressurizing the container. Once the pressure gets up around 75 pounds per square inch, an amazing thing begins to happen. The ice starts to melt, and we can actually see what liquid carbon dioxide looks like. Now we really need to watch this carefully because as soon as the ice melts, the pressure can quickly rise to well over 1,000 psi and blow the container. Before this one explodes, let's watch what happens to the fluid if we carefully release the pressure and remove the cap. The liquid is instantly transformed into dry ice snow, and you can see all the fluid has suddenly disappeared. Now to show you why this demonstration is so risky, let's put one of these containers in a cup filled with warm water, then get really far away. You can see exactly how clear and beautiful liquid dry ice is, and at the same time, exactly how powerful it can be as well. Hopefully this gives an idea of why this should only be attempted by professionals, if attempted at all. Here's one you can try at home. Drop some dry ice into a container of warm water to get a thick vapor flowing, then lean in close and suck in as quickly as you can. If you do it right, it's going to look really cool. The white smoke is safe to breathe because it's just water vapor mixed with carbon dioxide, so go creep someone out with your new supernatural ability. Now if you want to take it to the next level, try capturing all the gas in a balloon. CO2 is what triggers your reflex to exhale, and if you try breathing it straight, it'll force you to cough, tingle your insides, and leave you feeling a little lightheaded. For this next experiment, we need to be out in the open and away from anything flammable. You can see I've drilled a hole into this slab of dry ice, and that's where we're going to be dropping a coiled strand of magnesium ribbon. Now watch what happens when we light the magnesium with a blowtorch, drop it down in the hole, and seal it with another slab of dry ice. It creates a vicious reaction that burns brighter than the sun, which you can see is enough to light up my yard in the middle of the night. Now the crazy thing about this is carbon dioxide usually puts out fires because it starves the fire of oxygen. But in this reaction, the magnesium is so hungry for it that it rips oxygen right out of the frozen CO2 and leaves behind a pile of black and white ash. The remains are mostly magnesium oxide and magnesium nitride, but the black ash contains a lot of elemental carbon, which interestingly enough is the same stuff you use for grilling. Well, there are 5 crazy and dangerous experiments you could do with dry ice, but really probably shouldn't. That's it for now. If you like these projects, perhaps you'll like some of my others. Check them out at thekingofrandom.com. I get asked all the time where to get dry ice, so I'm going to tell you. If you're over 18, it could be as easy as your local grocery store. All the big chains seem to carry them, and all you have to do is ask for it when you're checking out, so it's as easy as that. I've also got a video right over here showing how you could make it at home with a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher, so maybe take a look at that one next. I am constantly working on new videos to show you, and I've just sat down and planned out the next 5 months worth. So sugar rockets, the mini arc furnace, and Fight Club soap molds are all on the list, because I know you've been patiently waiting for them. Thank you for always being one of the first to watch my videos when they come out. I always check to see if you like them and what you have to say, so keep doing that and I will keep making them, and I'll be looking for you in the next project video. We'll see you then.